Hello there, people of the internet. Today we are talking about a concept that I actually think is very, very important, and I want to go ahead and talk about it because I feel like there's people out there, I've met a couple of them, who do not think that this is as important as it actually is, which is why I want to go ahead and bring this up. So, as a lot of you know, I have a whole surplus of different firearms. I have an arsenal and a half. I have enough, arms and munitions to mount, a rather sizable militia. And, well, what I'm trying to say is I have a lot of guns. So I have quite a few firearms, right? Well, out of all the options that I have, it is very important for me to pick one option in particular that I know is going to be reliable, robust. It's something that I have plenty of ammunition for. I could stick plenty of firepower downrange. I had to pick something that I knew I could 110% stake my life on, and that was going to be my primary defensive firearm. Anyone who watches this channel for any real length of time, you know that my Romanian RH-10, this AK-47 right here, is my primary go-to if I ever find myself in a situation where I'm in need of a semi-automatic centerfire rifle to defend myself or whatever it is that I am doing. I have plenty of other semi-automatic centerfire rifles, but the reason I chose to go with the Romanian RH-10 is the 7.62 by 39 is very powerful, definitely more powerful than a 223 by a wide margin. Although it's only, reasonably accurate out to about 400 yards, there's no way in hell that I'm going to be shooting past that. I have plenty of 7.62 by 39 ammunition. The AK-47 is known to be far more reliable than the AR-15 in terms of a lack of maintenance. So if I find myself in a situation where I am not able to properly maintain my rifle, then an AR-15 would definitely stop being as reliable way quicker than the AK-47 would. AK-47 has very, very few moving parts. I know it like the back of my hand. If anything in this thing stops working, I know exactly what to look for and how to fix it. I have plenty of parts available and spare accessories for this rifle right here, especially in comparison to what I have available for my AR-15. I have 6 fully loaded magazines for my AK-47 that I just don't touch. They are my reserve grab-and-go rounds that, I would go grab in any sort of situation. This is a rifle that I practice with regularly. I know this rifle very, very well. I know what makes it tick. I know the ammo it likes, the ammo it doesn't like. I know where it hits. I know the feeling of the trigger. I have a lot of time behind this rifle, and I'm very, very confident in how reliable it is, and I would definitely stake my life on it, as opposed to, say, my AR-15, which can be a little unreliable at times, especially because I don't like cleaning my rifles, which makes the AK-47 absolutely perfect. 223 is about the same price as a 7.62 by 39, except for right now, because we're right at the start of the Russian ammo ban, so prices are going to go up for 7.62 by 39, but they will come back down as time goes on, whereas 223, it's been up there for a little while. But this right here is the rifle that I chose to serve as my defensive rifle if I ever end up needing a defensive rifle. And I highly recommend that if you are like me and you have multiple firearms, pick one rifle in particular, and learn that rifle well. Train with it well. Learn where it shoots, learn how the trigger feels. Train with it until it becomes an extension of your body. Now this right here, this Romanian RH-10, is not necessarily an extension of my body, just because of ammo availability and my lack of funds and lack of ability to acquire this ammunition, especially right now, well, especially since like the beginning of 2020 when everybody started panic buying absolutely everything. My capacity to put rounds down range and train with this thing is definitely way less than I would like it to be. but I've definitely trained way more with this versus basically any other platform that I have. Like for my AR-15, I have trained with my AR-15, don't get me wrong. I am reasonably proficient with it, but I feel like I am way more proficient with my AK-47. Not only that, but my AR-15 is pretty unreliable, and versus, you know, spending, you know, $1,000 on a legitimate reliable AR-15, or, you know, hell, I could probably find one for $600 to $700. That would give me a lot of 7.62 x 39 ammunition and a lot of training time in. So this right here is my main go-to rifle. Oh, what the hell is that? Something just flew into my face. This right here is my main go-to rifle, and as a result, this is the rifle that I have learned on and trained on, and this is the rifle that I come out and shoot regularly. This is the rifle that if I am coming out to the range and I'm wanting to get some sort of training in, this is what I grab. I have my Mosin Nagant, but that's more of a pleasure shooting rifle as opposed to a training rifle. Like I said, I recommend that you pick yourself one of your guns and you learn it really, really well. Although you can learn, like for example, I have this AK that I've trained on, so I would be able to transfer that knowledge and proficiency over to other AK platforms. However, these other AK platforms, you know, let's say I go from this to like an Arsenal AK, maybe there's something going on with that Arsenal AK that throws off my proficiency. Maybe something just feels different. Maybe the recoil impulse is a little bit different. Maybe it doesn't like, you know, ammo A, but it'll take ammo B. Maybe the magazines are a little wonky. Maybe something is going on with that rifle that I don't necessarily understand. And maybe, you know, if I decide to grab that rifle as opposed to this one, which I know wholeheartedly, maybe something happens with that rifle and I end up, you know, without a firearm because I did not know that rifle. I recommend, even if you have like 20 of the same AR-15, pick one and learn that one really, really well. Find one that works really good, really reliably, like I did with this Romanian RH-10. I have the magazines set aside that I know work really, really well, and then I have my range mag set aside that I know can sometimes give me some issues. Like this right here is a Korean magazine. They work pretty well from what I've seen, but I don't necessarily, just with how much wobble and play it has in it, I don't necessarily trust my life to it. I feel like if I like bump something or move onto something, it's going to cause the gun to malfunction if it's pushed one way or the other. As a matter of fact, I might even run a test with that down the road. That would make a very interesting video. But I definitely prefer the polymer mags in terms of needing magazines that I know I can stake my life on. Not only that, but polymer mags are a lot lighter weight, and whenever you are in a situation where you don't know how much you're going to be moving around, then you need as much weight savings as you can get. 223 is definitely a lot lighter than 7.62 x 39, so that extra weight savings definitely comes in handy. Versus me carrying steel mags, because I'm already carrying a 7.62 x 39 rifle and ammunition. So I think I've made my point whenever I say, whenever you think about what firearm it is that you're going to be using as your defensive firearm, I don't care if you pick a shotgun, a handgun, a rifle, if you pick a flintlock musket. I don't really care what it is that you pick. I'm telling you that whatever it is that you decide to get, and you decide that is what you're staking your life on, you go ahead and you make sure that you know it really, really well, and that whatever situation you're in, you know if it's going to run. This right here, I've had mud and water and crap, and I've crawled on the ground, and I've put this AK-47 through its paces just to make sure that it will work and work consistently. And this one right here is reliable. This one is one that I would definitely stake my livelihood on. So, oh, safety's on. Haha. As I'm over here talking about how much I know this AK, I guess I forgot to remember. I forgot to remember that the safety was on. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and lob some lead down range. I have 10 rounds of 7.62 x 39 ball ammunition in this thing. I'm just going to go for the steel silhouette down there. Let's send some lead. Well, that was fun. There's just something that I find so enjoyable about reaching over to the charging handle of an AK. I don't get the same joyous feeling with like charging an AR-15 that I do with an AK. I've ran the Galils that have the charging handle on this side too, and it just doesn't feel the same. There's just something special about it. All right, well, thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully, I don't really think that you guys learned something, but hopefully I ignited a spark for you to pick one particular firearm and train with that one, like, religiously. Get to know that firearm. Learn everything there is to know about that particular firearm. And I think that's all I can say. If you are going to bet your life on it, make sure that you know it inside out, left, right, how it works. Make sure that you know it very, very well. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more, because I do this stuff pretty damn often, as you can see from the car down there. If you like the video, do me a favor and actually like the video. That helps out with the algorithm. What else? In the description down below, you're going to find a bunch of links, and I think that's the end of my outro, unless I'm forgetting something. So, alright, cool. I guess that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next go around. Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garen. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.